Okay, let me tell you what's in my new product, How to Make a Woman Come by Player Supreme. First of all, you get a 40-page ebook with no fluff, all content. Chapter 1, I talk about the G-spot, and I give you the right position to hit the G-spot in. I'll show you why and tell you why the current position that's used by all the other products out there is not correct. Again, my knowledge is based on life experiences of learning this stuff at a very young age. As I stated to you fellows before, I started learning this stuff way back when I was in high school. Started reading books on it. Okay, chapter 2, I'll show you how I manipulate the clit. And in both those positions, I tell you how I talk to the woman. I'll give you examples of how I talk to her, how I get her to go into a fantasy so that her orgasm is that much more powerful. Okay, that's something the other books do not talk about. You have to combine the mind and the body so the woman has a very superior orgasm. When you do that, it will literally blow up. Okay, chapter 3, I'll show you how to fuck. And during that process, we also talk about what I do that makes women become bonded to me. All right, you guys seen girls holding the sign saying property of Player Supreme. You've seen what girls will do for me. It's all because of my sex skills. If you recall me saying, if those of you guys who are my current listeners, recall me saying that when I went to a nightclub, when I stood up next to the bar, up against taller, better looking players, what did I say? Recall? Huh? I said, when I looked into a woman's eye, I would look at her with the knowledge that I knew I could fuck the shit out of her. I could make her come. And that's what gave me confidence over the better looking guys out there. All right. Chapter 4. And this is not a chapter that I wrote. This was written by the girl that's actually holding the sign saying property of Player Supreme. The girl that's holding one with the big breasts, the small body, big breasts. And she's teaching you how to fuck. Or, sorry, how to eat pussy. So she's going to teach you how to eat pussy the right way. Chapter 5 is how to make love. Because they're different. Fucking and making love are two different things. Okay? So I'm going to teach you how to make love. And then chapter 6, I go into the metaphysics. What I do to get women bonded to my energy and establish control over them. Now, you also get the audiobook version that covers all the chapters, the introduction, all the way through to the conclusion. You also will get a basic meditation program that will teach you how to connect to your body, because to become superior in bed, and these other programs aren't doing this, you got to learn how to control your body. You got to learn how to connect to your body. That's how I was able to build the kind of muscle mass that I have, because I had that superior connection. The proper amount of motor receptors were developed in my brain. And I started doing this program way back in the 9th grade. It's called autogenics relaxation. And it's a series of tensing and relaxing the muscles. Okay. You also will get the dick power meditation, which is a combination of autogenics, but also I take it into the dick. Exercise that I did that strengthened my connection from my mind to my dick. With that, I was able to make my dick a bit bigger, and I was also keep my dick harder for as long as I wanted to, because I opened up the mind from my mind into my dick, so I control my dick. Recall me saying that I have never had a woman actually just fuck the shit out of me. It's just impossible, because I have too much control over my dick. Okay, let's move this over just a little bit. Now, I also give you an exercise schedule, similar to the exercise schedule that I did when I was young, because that book covered all that stuff that I read called Him. Recall me saying I read a book called Him that nobody can find anymore. I don't know what happened to that book, but that book should be on every bookshelf to teach a man about his body, how to control his orgasm, to give him lasting power in bed. It gave me lasting power, made me a Superman. I've had 3 and 4 hour sex sessions. I've gotten home from the nightclub with a woman at 2 o'clock, had sex till 7, slept till, or had sex till 5 o'clock, slept till 7, gotten up and gone to work. Okay. Now, you will also get a music compilation with a music schedule. Now, understand that this is music that will work on women. Slow music that will work on women to put them in the right emotional mood. The right emotional mood. You cannot and you should not ever use techno. Never use rap music. Okay? Never use trance music. You want slow jams music when you put a woman in bed. Now, you can listen to all that music all you want to, but when it's time to tear a woman's mind, body, and soul apart, you got to use the right music to do that. I also give you a music schedule. A music schedule that will tell you where you should be when each song comes on. So if you bring a girl home for the first time, you turn your music, you bring it to your bedroom, you turn that music on, you have your foreplay session. This will help you guys who are afraid to escalate. Also, if you bring her home, just put the music on. I tell you where to start making out. So you know that gives you extra push to escalate. I tell you where to get up and drag her to the bedroom or take her to the bedroom. Okay? That's how intense that schedule is. Much like the exercise schedule. Every day for 4 weeks, you have exercise to do every day. All day long, just about. Little 5-minute periods here and there. Okay? So, I went even further, and I realized a lot of people don't know how to talk to a girl in bed, so I did a wordplay audio example. And I did a wordplay PDF file for you. Now, on that file, you'll see in different colors what each word I'm using does. So I have words for praise, words for establishing connection, words for control, and words to encourage. Watch how I string that together. As I'm having sex with a woman, I'll say these words. Okay? Now, finally, and I was debating whether to put this in there, but I'm going to give you my sex example with me coaching through it. It's not a video, it's an audio file that I had on my forum many years ago. When I first started out many years ago. I recorded audio file of me fucking the shit out of a girl. I just was gonna put on my team, but I didn't. Okay? So, in that audio file, you'll hear me telling you, okay, what I'm doing right there. And you'll see examples of, you could feel how she builds up for each orgasm. And I believe I cut that audio file, from the hour, I believe it was an hour. I cut it down to just 5 minutes. I edited it because, you don't need to hear a woman coming over and over again. But you get the example that I'm the real thing from the real world. Okay? I'm not some joke. I'm not some internet marketer. I'm not an internet goober out there trying to, make up stuff. This is a live example, okay, that I had on my forum with me talking and telling you guys what I'm doing here. Now, as I said, I don't like to put my personal life out there, but back then, when I first started, I'm from the real world trying to show these people on the internet that these guys out here are fakes. Okay? So I gave an example. Like when I started off on the forums, posting on all these dating forums over there, I was showing proof of my game, examples. So I teach by example, fellas. So if you want to learn the real truth of how to make a woman come, I suggest you get this product as soon as possible. Okay? Now, if you cannot afford the fee, I'm going to put only the book up on Kindle. And it'll be between $7 and $10. So that book should be up in about a week. I have to relearn how to use the Kindle system. I'm going to be watching some videos today to go through that process. Okay, so in about a week, if you can't afford the fee, and the fee is very, very low compared to the other products out there. They're charging $99 and up. Mine's only $27. Okay, just $27. And you'll get the education of a lifetime. Now, what I'm doing here, what I'm teaching here, is only going to get you to the door. It's going to show you what you need to develop. It's up to you to develop these skills. If you give yourself time to develop these skills, you will become a master of women in bed. I guarantee that. If you do everything I teach in my package, you will become a total master of women. Imagine having women addicted to you, calling you first when she goes through a Rolodex of dudes to call. Imagine that. Imagine your wife with a new attitude. If you've ever seen the Inside Bob commercials, how the wife was all smiling, that could be your woman. Imagine becoming or living the life the way I've lived my life. All the fun I had with women. And people say that I'm a control freak, and I agree, I am a control freak. I like to have my women under control, and I use sex to get there. You recall me saying that I got tired of being women's good sex machine? And that's how I rose up to what's called the Mac level. I started demanding things from them. Because I knew they were addicted to sex with me. So, you have the tools. You have access to the tools that you need for this. If you really want to explode your sex skills up, I suggest you walk that path and get this product as soon as possible.